Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, people? Welcome to this channel, ZeerTalks, and welcome to this video and another episode of the series, What Must Be Done. Now, as I'm recording, I'm still in Riyadh, but when this video is out, I'm probably going to be in Jeddah. You know what I mean? So I have decided to bulk record and do an episode 3 immediately after I've done episode 2 of the Real Madrid one. Hopefully you enjoy that one. But yeah, I've decided to do that. So listen, what I need you guys to do is subscribe, press the alarm bell for future content notifications such as videos like this, streams, community content, and shorts. You already know the vibes. Like and comment your way through. Give me your opinions on what I think. Which, about I don't even know if I mentioned it, but we're talking about Manchester City. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Go check the socials, TikTok, Instagram, X, dumb name. And most importantly, Jamaat al Khair, take care of yourselves, be happy in yourselves, wherever you may be. Listen, I'm going to obviously try to make it short, not too long, just like similar to the Madrid one, you know what I mean? Don't need to make the mistake of the Bayern Munich one. So, yeah, but anyway, listen, this is what I think Manchester City need to do. What was that guy's name? Pep Guardiola, obviously, and Chicky. Is his name Chicky? I believe how you say it, the director. That's what they need to do, right? So obviously they've been getting offers from Al-Ittihad, Nasr and Ittihad, but obviously Nasr died down, so it's the Ittihad now. You know, PIF looking at Ederson for Al-Ittihad. And I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, maybe he stays, maybe he goes. But if I'm Manchester City, I'm not gonna lie. I come on, I sell him off. I sell him off. Take the money, go look for a ball-playing goalkeeper elsewhere, and I mean, do what Chelsea technically done. And in the meantime, you can maybe rely on Ortega. You know what I mean? You know, and also what you could also do is, and this is gonna now people are gonna say sell KDB because he's getting injured, and I actually hear it. If he's since he's linked with the Etihad as well, you could be selling him. Or what you could do is keep him for one more year. I don't know how long his contract is going to be running. That's very important as well. If his contract is running short, then sell him now. If not, then keep him, but don't start him. Let him be the. I mean, I don't even want to say leader because he doesn't really lead. I'm not even gonna lie. But maybe he can teach a few things. You know, like the way he passes the ball, shoots the ball. Like, you know, these are the things. But I don't want to say he's really a leader. You know what? If someone told me sell KDB right now, I don't really blame them because he's not really going to be a leader in the dressing room. Maybe he can teach a few things, provide little things based on experience, but he's not that leader. Like, guys, you need to do this. He ain't that. We've seen that in the Euros. We've seen that in the World Cup. Even when he had the captain's arm, he's really not that guy. I believe he's going to be the captain this coming season. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll be really honest with you. But anyway, if it was up to me, by the way, I'm a Pep Guardiola, I give it to Rodri. That guy, now that's a captain. You know what I mean? Him or Ruben Diaz. Those two are captains for Manchester City. No, not KDB. As much as I appreciate KDB, come on now. You're not a leader. You know what I mean? But let me show you my lineup so I don't waste time. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a bit bold because Pep Guardiola tends to be bold anyway. And let me show you. Let me remove this as well. Boom. Yeah, so when you look at it, you're like, why do you have Joshua Kimmich? You're a Bayern fan. Then how are you doing putting Joshua Kimmich in there? Listen, the guy looks like, I mean, obviously he would love to stay at Bayern. But obviously, the more this guy has negotiations with our board, and the board does not want to give him a pay raise, and does not want to give him the. To be honest, I do agree with him with the midfield situation. I don't think he should really be playing midfield, especially when you have Pavlovic and also Palhinha. You really don't want to be giving him, that. But when he's at Manchester City, maybe he could get that opportunity. You know what I mean? Next to Rodri, maybe. But then what would have to be happening is Rodri would have to be more defensive rather than going forward, which I believe is a good thing for him because all this time he's been doing double duty. And I feel like the fact he's doing double duty, it's going to be hurting him, man. Like, by the time he gets to, what is he, 28, 29, I think? If I'm not mistaken, around that age. Actually, let me search his age real quick. His age is, he is 28. So by the time he gets to 30, 31, he's died down. He's literally died. He's going to be looking like another version of Casemiro. You know what I mean? So, man, Pep Guardiola needs to be very careful with how Rodri is being used, which is why, even though Kimmich is not alone DM, I know, but he has Rodri next to him. So, it can complement. And Kimmich can be advancing. You know what I mean? And if Rodri was to do this, maybe Kimmich drop back, but hopefully these guys are around. Obviously, when you look at the defense, I put Stones, because Stones can do that, you know what I mean? Or he can do that and Kimmich switch, you know, like this. But yeah, that's just an idea there. You have Diaz going to be the one leading that back line, obviously. And then you have Gvardiol. Now, Gvardiol's role is going to be different. Now, obviously, Man City look to suffocate the entire opposition midfield and defense. And attack, even if you want to say. So what could be happening is while they could take the control and you have Foden in the middle and Bernardo in that area, he overlaps. But again, that's very, very risky. You know what I mean? But hey, it could work because even he might invert. That guy might invert and he may overlap as well. Depends. Now, that's why I played Grealish. I didn't play Doku because I know Doku's direct, but I feel like at times Doku is very, what's the word I'm trying to look for? It's like he just runs. I think his decision making needs to be better. And I feel like with Jack Grealish, yes, he's not as direct as he should be because Pep has literally turned him into a robot. But one thing I will say is, and I know it's uncomfortable to hear for some fans, but his ball retention is what Pep is looking for. And plus, while he does that, guess what? You have Vardiol going overlapping. And if he needs to provide the ball to cross into the box or whatever for Haaland to tap in or whoever to top in, is there. Now, what I did that's pretty interesting is I didn't put Bernardo Silva on the right wing, and I've decided to put Savio. I put Bernardo in midfield. I think Bernardo in midfield, he can be the workhorse that can link defense to attack and can create something in attack as well. Obviously, Phil Foden, I put him there because obviously under Pep's system, when he's been playing there, he's been cooking. So it doesn't make sense to put him on the wing because we've seen how that going in the Euros and also at times in Man City. And as well as, let's be honest, when he plays here, he does turn up for Man City. So I just put him there. You know what I mean? He's still a good young talent. He's still a top young talent. It's just he's not as good as I thought he is. I'm going to be the first guy to admit that. And then you have Savio. Now, Savio, as I mentioned, interesting one because I do feel like even though I haven't seen much of him, from what I'm hearing and from what I've seen, he's the type of guy that can literally be direct. Now, if that's the case, that's good for Man City. So you don't really need two direct. You need one that can complement one another. So you have him to complement him, you know what I mean? And you have him to complement him and him, you know what I mean? So I think in terms of balance, this is the best that I can come up with. Now, I'm not going to lie. They can also do this thing where if he gets injured, doesn't perform, you bring on Julian Alvarez or who else is there? Oh, they need to sell Calvin Phillips. I just remembered. Sell Calvin Phillips. They have Matthias Nunez. So maybe if Kimmich doesn't perform or maybe he can rotate with that one. That's an idea. Oscar Bob can be given minutes during the season. Kovacic, if you want to somewhat save the lead and it's very tight, you can bring him on but he's very rash. I don't really rate Kovacic, but for work rate, you can bring him on. And am I missing any? Oh, Ake. If you want to switch with this guy, they both do the similar job very well anyway, so you may as well. Or if you want, instead of him and you want more solidity, you can put him there. Pep Guardiola is a mega mind in itself, so he will figure things out on his own. So I'm not. I mean, if I was a City fan, which I'm not really, I have nothing much to worry about. But it just is what it is when you're a City fan. You don't really have much to worry about, and you have Pep Guardiola to trust. But I will say one more thing, guys. I will say one more thing before I end this. Manchester City, and I said it yesterday, they need to be getting rid of this cloud of the 115 and the new 22 charges. So 137 charges. Yeah, they need to clear that cloud. Even though their reputation is going to get ruined and tarnished, fine. But if they can get past these court cases as soon as possible, then they can be running smoothly. That's what I think. But Yeah, it's just one of them. But anyway, that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think and like and comment. You know what I mean? Subscribe and press the alarm bell, future content notifications. Socials, go check them out. Most importantly, Jamaat Khair, take care of yourself. Be happy and successful wherever you may be. I'm going to bounce now. Shuf khair. See you later.